Hi, my name is Yogesh Joshi, and I am at an event which has been organized by Western Sydney University. And we have with us Madam Alana Maurushat. You are the professor of cybersecurity and behavior in Western Sydney University. Welcome, madam.
Thank you very much.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what the whole initiative is all about today?
It's about getting collaboration between industry, government, and universities within India, with Australia, and in particular with our university. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at different cybersecurity initiatives to launch while we're here. We've been going to high schools, universities, and we'll be heading to Bangalore to visit the technology companies as well.
Okay.
To co-develop new curriculums and to do research together and just to start to build that relationship. So at the moment with cybersecurity, people are realizing they can't do it in an insular fashion. So it's not something that can be taught purely by academics. It's not something that can be taught purely by industry. It's something that needs to happen together. And for us, we're wanting to come to India because there's actually a surplus in India of people studying engineering and computer science and maths.
Okay.
We have the opposite problem in Australia. We do not have a surplus.
Okay.
So we're hoping to get some of those really bright kids here, wanting to do those, to get them interested to specialize and use their talents in cybersecurity.
Okay.
And we're hoping, that either they choose to stay here to develop that or come to Australia to help develop that.
Okay.
And we're just trying to build and foster those relationships going forward.
I see. Wonderful. So can you tell us a little bit about this entire cybersecurity program that you have? As to how old is this, or is it, specifically been launched for a market like India?
It has specifically been launched based on industry's strong indication that we need to start producing students that understand cybersecurity from not only a computer science perspective, but they need to have skills outside in other disciplines.
Okay.
So I myself have studied a number of disciplines within cybersecurity. So what we're hoping to bring here is, how would you say, a more holistic approach to studying it.
Okay.
So the students will be doing all of the regular computer science courses that you would do if you were majoring in cybersecurity.
Okay.
But they're also doing all of the behavioral components around sociology and psychology, because it turns out that's actually very important in cybersecurity. Humans are the weakest link, and if you don't understand how a human is going to interact with your system or your technology, you're likely not going to be able to solve a problem through a technology at the end of the day.
True. Okay. So can you talk about the profile of this student that you are looking for enrollment?
Oh, I love this question, because the thing is, I don't have a specific profile of a student that I'm looking for.
Okay.
What I'm looking for is a student who is curious, a student who can self-learn, a student that likes to solve problems, because cybersecurity is about solving problems.
Correct.
But it's not imperative by any stretch of the imagination that they be from a computer science or a math or an engineering background.
Okay.
In fact, the industry needs more people from other disciplines coming in.
Okay.
And that's been a call that's been repeated across industry and government in every country.
Okay. So what was the need of launching specific program on cybersecurity? Was there a study which was done by your university?
Well, the studies that have been done everywhere is that we're going to be, in the next 10 years, 11 million people short and skilled enough to work in cybersecurity based on the needs and the growth of the issues and the data that we're collecting and performing. So, I mean, one could say that that's maybe an over-exaggerated amount, but it wouldn't really even matter if it was even 10,000. At the moment, universities do not have the capacity to put through even 10,000 students. So people are starting to create programs, and these programs have to be based with industry, and they have to be based with different universities for collaboration, because there isn't even the expert skill set at the university level to teach everything in cybersecurity.
I see.
So different universities will have specialties in some areas. Industry will come in to play a distinct role in keeping up with the technology. Right?
Okay.
So they're going to be at the forefront of that. And the only way to keep up when you're teaching on those programs is to have industry involved. They play a pivotal role. So we're very lucky in Australia that we have a lot of expensive toys at the university.
Okay.
So which allows us to make our programs a lot more hands-on and less theoretical.
I see.
So this program is very hands-on. The students are in the computer labs from day one, working with cutting-edge software and hardware, and they're studying from a variety of different disciplines.
Okay.
At the moment, we're heading into our third year with the program, and the numbers have been exponential. And it's been very exciting to see students coming from different backgrounds.
Okay.
And we have a very high women to man ratio, which is almost unheard of in Australia in computer science and engineering. So
Okay.
that's something that we're particularly proud of. And when I went to the high school today, it was really interesting to see how the Indian students solve some of the cryptography and intelligent components different to how the Australians would. And all I could think was, that's why diversity is important, because people come from different backgrounds and cultures, and they think differently about how to solve things.
Okay.
And it's something that's necessary if you're going to tackle the really great problems that we're facing within cybersecurity.
I see. So you mentioned about your today's visit to a high school. Can you talk about, if you could name these high schools or...
Well, today we went to, the first high school we went to today was Sun City. So that took us out past the airport.
Okay.
We got there, exciting group of kids.
Okay, Sun City.
Sun City is
What is it? Is it a school or...
It is a school, and so we visited the year 11s there,
Okay.
and then had a chat, and we've developed what we think is a fairly innovative way about getting students interested in cybersecurity through laser tag.
I
So I
see.
don't know if you've played laser tag with your kids, but we've
No.
developed games where they were running all around with laser tags.
I see.
They had to secure assets like they would in cybersecurity. They have to develop strategies to protect the assets. And then they had to solve all sorts of logic and math problems as
Okay,
well.
okay.
And then just psychology problems. So what was interesting is there were some problems that were disguised as math problems that actually had nothing to do with math.
I see.
And it was playing on the psychology. Now, the Australian students got those ones right away, but
Okay.
they struggled with the more complex math problems. The Indian students today were better at the more complex math problems and struggled with the common, the ones where they were easily tricked
Okay.
into thinking it was a
And
math
which class were the students from?
Well, the students were all from Sun City School, and they had a great principal there, so shout out, really innovative stuff happening, and we had a
Okay.
really, really good time. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll be hitting some high schools in Bangalore and Chennai and Colombo, and then
Okay.
again next year.
I see. Wonderful. So what is the percentage of Indian students that you are looking at for... when is this program starting?
It already is started, so we'll be going. Our first group of students started 2 years ago, and they're entering into their final year, and in their final year, they will actually be placed with business.
Okay.
So they'll be doing internships and placements, tackling real cybersecurity components going forward.
Okay.
But this is one of many programs. So we do have traditional computer science,
Right.
cybersecurity
Correct.
degrees as
So
well.
the fresh batch will be starting from next year, as you know.
Starting every year for next year.
Every year.
And
Okay.
there's 2 intakes, so one in March and then one again in end of July.
And the placement part that you spoke about, is it globally or is it in Australia or how is it like?
It's predominantly in Australia, but I'm actually here meeting technology companies to move some of it here as well, and they've
Okay.
been very receptive to that.
I
So
see.
it'll be a combination of technology companies likely in Bangalore and Chennai, possibly in Delhi, but the majority of the organizations are based in Australia.
I see.
We're hoping your best students stay.
Okay, wonderful. So what should a student expect from joining this program professionally?
Well, one thing that we're proud of in Western Sydney is we come in top percent in the world for innovation in teaching. We
Okay.
expect that things will be taught differently from maybe how they're used to being taught.
Okay,
We have a group of experts from a number of different countries that teach on the program, and we have industry leaders coming and teaching on the program. And I think that's probably what makes it a particularly good program.
wonderful. Are you also planning to open a local center in India in the coming time?
Not immediately,
Okay,
but I suspect with the way that the numbers and everything are working with this, that may be on the horizon down the road.
okay. Do you also have virtual platforms for learning and teaching as part
You
of
should
this
say
engagement?
that. There will be that coming.
Okay.
But it'll be in partnership with industry. So any of the platforms that we have coming for that will be done with industry.
I see.
So there is thought around that at the moment, and we're sort of in the initial phase of how we want that to look. We don't want it to look like a conventional platform that's being done already for cybersecurity.
Okay, one last question. What next after cybersecurity?
For me,
Any other technology that you would want to get into?
well, I'm actually fascinated with neuroscience, and I've taken some of the research at Western Sydney. We're going to be moving cybersecurity into neuroscience.
Okay.
Because we think that that's where some of the innovative breakthroughs are going to come. We're also just about to start a project that we hope will go forward where we'll be looking at space technology. So how do we secure data in outer space?
Okay.
So we're really excited about those two projects in terms of research, and we think it's cutting edge globally what we'll be doing in those.
Wonderful. Thank you.